Hello there, Destroyer here, and welcome back to, well, Destroyer questioning what the hell is going on with the world at the moment. Now, honestly, there's been quite a bit that's been going on. Like, an exceptional amount of just shit that's happened. It's hard to even really begin to say what the hell is going on. But I have to say it. It's, well, it's shit. The world that we live in today is shit for so many different reasons. And I don't have time to cover them all, so instead I'm just going to cover one. Way back in the oldie days of 2000 and... what? 2007? Back when I was still in schooling and all that, we were taught that, hey, everyone's equal. And because everyone's equal, that means everyone gets the same rights, privileges, and powers allotted to everyone. There is no racial privilege. There shouldn't be. And as a result, well, it led to me being in a high school which had everything. And I mean everything. The full spectrum. Freaking every single type of person that you can imagine, color, creed, beliefs, whatever, they were there. And, well, it was good, actually. You get put into an environment where you have diverging viewpoints and they potentially challenge your own beliefs. You accept potentially new information, new insights into how to do things. But now, well, now it seems like the worst of humanity is coming out, once again. That people are being told, no, there is a difference in the people's skin color again. No, there is a difference in what gender you're born. It's a massive shift from what I was taught with. That everyone should have the same rights and opportunities as everyone else. And I am honestly not sure what caused this phenomenon. It's honestly hard to pinpoint exactly, but it's been going on for a long time at this point. Well, let me give you an example. So, there are some people out there who would tell you that they are not a homophobe, a racist, a sexist, or whatever. Then proceed to say or do something that contradicts that. I gave a bunch of examples in the previous version of this recording, but that crashed, so I am going to start again in that respect. So, as a example often touted, I'm going to give the literal textbook definition of racism, as best as I understand it, as an example. So, racism is when you are either benefiting one group over another, or you are discouraging, excluding, or otherwise basically acting in a negative fashion towards another group. Typically, these groupings are based on skin color, ethnicity, where you're born, basically. Or what parents' lineage you were born to, I guess. So keep that definition in mind when people start saying shit like mayo bread? Or I honestly don't know half of the shit that is being said. And quite frankly, I don't care to know. It is excessive. Originally, such as it was, is that you should not say anything that is negative about anyone in any way. Like, you shouldn't refer to black people as, well, I'm gonna say it, anything relating to Negroes. Because that's a term that was used, and particularly when slavery was still in fashion. You shouldn't call people from Asia squint eyes. As an example, again. And we were taught that. We were taught, hey, don't insult someone based on their race. And to an extent, I kind of believe that, because if you're going to insult someone, base it on something they've done, not on where they're born. If they're a dumb ass who's just decided to smack their head into a steel beam that they knew was there, you told them it was there, and they still walked into it anyway, then you can call them a dumbass, because they are. Regardless, that's not being racist. That is literally telling someone, hey, you did a dumb thing, despite not warning. And I don't really know how to contrast that with today, because quite frankly, if I said that to someone, there is a 90% chance, I would reckon, that, hey, you're a racist. Why? Because you called them dumb. Yeah, they did something stupid. Therefore, I can call them a dumbass. No, that's racist! This is probably a straw man argument, I'm aware, but quite frankly, again, it is 8 o'clock in the afternoon. 8 o'clock in the evening. I'm going to sleep in about an hour, so keep that in mind, as this is very much a rambling thought process, and I have no script for this. Regardless, again, as an example, you can't say shit about people specifically because of their race. Right? Makes sense. Don't insult someone based on their race. Again, completely reasonable. But when that starts going the other way, where it's like, no one can insult anyone on race, unless you're insulting white people, then it's fine. Do they not see the problem with that? We believe in equality, but means you don't believe in equality. Oh, we believe that the minorities should have some sort of vengeance because the white people of yesteryear decided to screw our ancestors. Newsflash, people. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it again, because this is for the record. Historical record, at that matter. Everyone's borders on this planet have been drawn in blood. I don't know how much I need to emphasize that, but it is true. Every single nation on this planet, every single ethnicity, is the way it is, it's where it is, and it's what it's done because of blood spilled. It doesn't even necessarily have to be other people's blood either. No, they can just be infighting between two groups of people. It can be one group of people oppressing another. It can be one group of people deciding to sell the other into slavery because money. Guess what? That's what the Africans did, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Crazy, right? People are greedy. Who would have thought? It doesn't matter what color your skin is. Everyone can be a bad person. Just as everyone can be a good person, too. I don't know why that's so hard to believe. That some people seem to think that, hey, a certain group of people is the source of all societal ills, and therefore we can punish them for their past errors that we think their children are responsible for. Don't they know where that line of thought leads? Have they not opened a textbook? Clearly they haven't, because if they did, they might realize that's the exact sort of rhetoric that was said by the fucking Nazis. We will kill the Jews because they have caused our economy to go the Jewish bankers have caused our economy to collapse. Therefore, we must take from them and return it to German people. Doesn't that sound familiar? Replace the word Jew with white person. Replace the German people with people of color. Starts to sound really fucking familiar now, doesn't it? Yeah, that's what I thought. This isn't gonna convince anyone, I know that. This is just me stating my opinion for the historical record, that people want equality. That's fine. Everyone should be equal. Everyone should have access to the same opportunities as everyone else. Everyone should have the same opportunities to excel in whatever they want to do as anyone else. And anyone who seems to think otherwise, that we should punish people for the mistakes of their forefathers, is a fucking moron who hasn't read a history book and doesn't know where that rhetoric lies. He doesn't know where it leads. They don't know the horrors that will come as a result of it. I really cannot stress this enough. People who believe, without thinking critically about it, that it's okay to separate one group from another group and punish them for the errors of their fathers, their grandfathers, or their great-grandfathers, or people who might not have even been related to anyone who did anything wrong, then you have a problem. You have a big problem in society that encourages this. And I have to question, where the hell did this come from? Because, to say it in boomer language, back in my day, equality was real. Everyone had equal opportunities. Everyone had equal treatment. It was up to you to take that opportunity for yourself, with both hands, and hold it. It is not the white man's fault that you are a piece of human trash who can't seem to understand simple concepts like repeating the mistakes of the past. There's a reason I hopped in this game, by the way. Well, a couple reasons, but I want to ask you a question. Did the Allies in World War II care about skin color? If you could hold a gun and shoot it, that was fine. If you could work in a factory, that was fine. They didn't care as long as you contributed to the war effort to literally kill Nazis who were killing innocents. They didn't care. The Allies did not care from where, to use a term from 40k, the Allies did not care from where the blood and metal flowed as long as it did. And I know that can be taken out of context in an extremely bad way, but an army needs people to function. A country needs people to function. And people with seemingly outdated views can lead a nation into ruin if we let them. But I am just one man, and quite frankly, not exactly the best public speaker either. I doubt I've convinced anyone with this. Hell, no one will even likely watch this. But it is my thoughts at this moment. That everyone has the right to the same opportunities as everyone else. And I am continuously baffled by people who seem to think otherwise, that you shouldn't be equal, that there should be a difference between genders again, that there should be a difference between people that there should be a difference based on the gradient of your skin. We're all human. We all have the potential for great good and horrific evil. Both against ourselves literally ourselves, and against others of our own race. And I don't mean this color of your skin, I literally mean all of humankind. Because in the end, well, human nature is what it is. It has taken us far, far too long for humanity to be even remotely united in a single purpose, to love thy neighbor. And I know I'm stealing straight from the Christian book, but I don't care. It is, in some respects, a good moral teaching. Love thy neighbor, because, quite frankly, if you don't, they'll butcher you in your sleep. Let's end it on a better note than that, hey? Yeah. That uncomfortable silence as I'm trying to think of what the hell I want to say and how to say it. This is very, very common, but that's besides the point. I am leaving this in and uploading this pretty much as is, maybe with some audio added on the top. Okay, right. I may be very doom and gloom about this, but you'll notice that I said something very important. That we do have a chance to fix this. That we can't let people who would skew your thoughts otherwise from doing so. Everyone should want equality. That is fair. Everyone should want a fair trial. Again, do that. Everyone should want to have access to the same rights and opportunities, and it should be based on your skill alone, whether you get where you want to be in life. It should never be about the color of your skin. It should never be about what's hanging in between your legs. It should never be about who you know rather than what you know. And I hope one day I live to see the future where that's the truth, where that is the reality, where every job you try to get into is based on merit, where every where every human can achieve the greatest possible thing for themselves. And they have equal opportunities to any other man or woman that they can to achieve those same heights. That every single person on this planet finds somewhere not only that they belong, but they can thrive and be welcomed by as many people as possible. I don't know why this is a hard message to really understand by a lot of people, that segregating people based on old blood feuds is a stupid idea, but there it is. That's human nature, isn't it? Tribalism at its finest. Shouldn't we be better than that by now? We can be better. I know we can be better. It's not hard. That's the thing. In the end, it is not hard to just be good to one another. It is not hard to be polite. It is not hard to get along. We did it. We actually did it. From the years 1990 to roughly 2010, it was very much possible and even likely that the world would actually come together in a mostly unified way. That it would be possible, nay, even likely, that no major war would ever happen again. But as it turns out, my faith in humanity then was perhaps a little bit misplaced. I thought in my infinite wisdom that we had learned from the past, that the mistakes would be remembered. But, well, I got proven wrong. But that doesn't mean I don't want to see it changed. I want to see the world be a better place. I want to see the world be good for everyone who lives in it. That everyone has their own ability to choose their own path. powerful world. It's honestly not a hard concept to swallow either. In fact, let's say it's even worth trying to go for. Again, we were so close. Humanity was so close to finally forging ahead out of the bloodshed, out of the pain and suffering of our own existence. We were so close to getting better than our human nature would suggest. And there's no reason we can't do it. There is no reason we can't go above and beyond what is considered the basest of human emotions, of greed, of avarice, of jealousy, of hate. We can be better. We should be better. There is no reason we cannot. Beyond a few loud voices among a crowd of millions. Ignore them. Ignore those who would say, be better, do better. Because they are wrong. People who say do better want you to be more hateful, more spiteful. I am simply telling you to be good. Be a good person. Be good to your neighbor. Get along with